I'm not good at sleeping. I really struggle with it. So I can maybe get 5 to 6 hours a night, maybe. And the reason I can't sleep is because if my brain is even semi-conscious, I'm thinking of a work or some problem I have to fix, and then I end up on my phone, and then I can't sleep. That's how it works. So I can give perfect examples. Like there's, even before this podcast, I knew I had to be up. I had to go doctors at 8, and then I had to come to this podcast. So I said last night, let me try and go to bed a little bit early. I tried to go to bed at 11, and then I woke up to go toilet at 2:25 a.m. And then I was thinking about some construction in my house in Romania and some invoices that I hadn't seen yet. And then by the time I messaged my assistant, now I'm awake. So now I've been awake since 2.
I want to have a billion or multi-billion-dollar thing because I think it would be so cool. Like, how cool would it be if Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett and Elon Musk and all those guys had documented everything that they learned throughout that path? All we get is these snippets, shareholder letters every once in a while, and it's just like there's so little, and they're gonna die, and we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose all those lessons. And so part of it that excites me is just calling my shot, because I think that always just like enlivens a little bit of the competition. But I do believe from a mathematical standpoint we will get there, so it's not, to me it doesn't feel like a super big, I'm not really pointing that far to the fence. I want to hit every goal. Like, I don't like missing goals. And so for me, I don't like teaching myself or teaching other people that if I say something's going to happen, it doesn't happen. Because some people are like, shoot for the moon, think really, like, I think you absolutely should think really big. But then like, okay, how do I make a goal that like, and then once I have that goal, do the activities that make it unreasonable not to hit it. Like, if I had to hit this goal, to your point, what level of activity would I have to do that it would be unreasonable, it would be unacceptable based on how I see reality, that I would not achieve it? If you're like, I want to learn sales, I would say it's unreasonable that if you get on 10,000 sales calls, you will not be good at sales. It'd be unreasonable. Okay, how long will it take me to get on 10,000 sales calls? Right?
A lot of time.
Yeah, a couple of years, right? A couple of years you could do it.
And then Alexander Napoleon, I know the more I read, the more I studied, the more. I know the art of fight, I know the art of war. That's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring, because that's all I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for. And now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. I'm working on being the art of humbleness. Can you believe in me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss them. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. Because I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just, I hate that guy. I'm scared of him.
And my biggest fear, honestly, was, let's say this. Let's say, I don't care if you believe in God or not. I don't care. So let's just play a game with me. Let's say you're God. And we have a big fucking long line of people. And I made it to heaven. I'm 75 years old. I'm 300 pounds. I made it to heaven. I worked for Ecolab my entire life, spraying for cockroaches. That's what I did. But I'm dead. I'm in heaven now. And you're judging us all now. So we're in line. We're all sitting there in line. You have Adam Brown. He has a big board up, and you're talking to Adam Brown about his life. And you rip it down, and I'm next in line, David Goggins. I see my name, and I see all this shit, and God goes, hey, you say, read this, man. And I'm reading this list, and I'm seeing 182 pounds, Navy SEAL, Ranger School, motivational speaker, changing lives. Okay, man, pull up record, all this shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. And God looks at me and says, that's who you were supposed to be. And my biggest fear, I visualize some crazy shit. My biggest fear is that one day I'm gonna reach a judgment of my life. Something's gonna judge me for what the fuck I was supposed to be in life. And what I want now is that whoever's judged me up there, I want them to have a board and them up there right now getting their pen out. Because, this person who judges you is supposed to know everything. Supposed to know from the time you're dead to the time you're, time you're born, time you're dead. I want this person to be up there to be like this, up there writing more about me, saying, fuck, I know you can do that. I know you can do that. So I want to impress whatever the fuck is up there, whatever's going on in life. I want to go up there and not have anything left on the table. I want to drain my soul of every fucking bit of person I am.
People are hindered by past disappointments and hurts. Some people never reach their dream because they've been hurt. And disappointment is the gap between expectation and reality. Our expectation is way up here, and reality many times is right down here. And that gap between what we expected to happen and what is happening is what we call disappointments. And again, all of us, have we not been disappointed in what we thought we could achieve and what we did achieve and what we thought would perhaps be ours and what is ours? There's a tremendous gap many times. Number three, some people get in the habit of settling for average. Columnist Maureen Dowd says, the minute you settle for less than you deserve, you get even less than you settled for. One of my favorite statements on settling for average, I've had this quote for, my goodness, 30 years I filed it. 30 years ago I filed this quote. Kenneth Hildebrand said, the poorest of all men is not the one without a nickel to his name. He's the fellow without a dream. He's like a great ship made for the mighty ocean, but trying to navigate in a mill pond. He has no far port to reach, no lifting horizon, no precious cargo to carry. His hours are absorbed in routine and petty tyrannies. Small wonder if he gets dissatisfied, quarrelsome, and fed up. One of life's greatest tragedies is a person with a 10 by 12 capacity and a 2 by 4 soul.
Growing up, enduring this assault on the soul, something unknown by so many generations of men. And so often we hear young men say they feel they don't have the strength to fight this temptation. They feel defeated by this particular attack of the demons. Those who are afflicted in this particular way must understand the battle God is calling them to. We must see this particular assault within the context of the whole spiritual warfare. And carnal warfare, first of all, requires a longing to repent, a genuine, true longing to repent, a longing to be free, to change. But however much we may desire to change, change cannot take place without the grace of God. When lust is stirred, whenever we are exposed to any kind of image that may stir up lust.
Now here's number 4. Fourth major lesson in life to learn. Learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. Learn to reap come harvest time without complaint. Take full responsibility for what happens to you. It's one of the highest forms of human maturity, accepting full responsibility. It's the day you know you've passed from childhood to adulthood, the day you accept full responsibility. And another note, learn to reap in the fall without apology. Without apology if you do well, and without complaint if you don't. That's maturity. I used to have that long list of reasons why I wasn't doing well. To explain. You got to explain, right? Otherwise you're going to look bad. I used to have this funny list called Reasons for Not Looking Good. I used to blame the government. I mean, you can believe that or not. It was at the top of my list. I had a lecture second to none. The government. That was on my list. I used to blame taxes. Look what you got left after they take everything. And they expect you to do well. That was on my list there. Prices, that one's easy, right? You walk into the supermarket with $20, come out with a little half bag. So I had that on my list. I used to blame the weather.